we're going to make this separation here, and we're also going to fill in the hole that we made over here. So we're going to go back to our Blender model. I'm going to press T to close this panel. We're going to press Tab to go to edit mode. And we're going to Alt right click on this edge here. This is the edge that we want to make the separation between these two parts. But you'll notice it doesn't continue on to the left or right. So we just want it to be right here. But initially we're going to make it go all the way across, and then we'll make changes so it doesn't go past this point. So just Alt right click on this and then do Control B. That's going to do a bevel. Do a fairly small bevel or something like this, probably is good enough, and then left click. Then we're going to do I and then B and just do a small inset here. Now what we're going to do is switch to face select, and we're going to select these faces here that go all the way across. So we're going to select this one face here. It's not the one on the bottom, it's the one to the left. And then we're going to do hold Control and right click to continue selecting. Hold Control and right click, and then do delete and choose faces. So now you should have the sides and this back part should all be a nice hole at this point. Now we're going to go to vertex select. We're going to Alt right click. We want to deselect the vertices on the very end, so I'm going to use circle select by pressing C, middle mouse, to deselect those two. Do the same on the other side. Deselect the two vertices. Then we're going to do E to extrude, right click to cancel. I'm going to do G, hold Control and snap to this point. I'm going to Alt right click on this, and I'm going to deselect all the rest of these. So I'm going to do Z for wireframe, C for circle select, deselect the rest of these. Bring this one up a bit, then shift right click to select both of these, Alt M at last. That will merge that one to that point. We're going to need to do the same on top. Select this one, shift select this one, Alt M at last. And we need to do the same on the other side. We need to merge these vertices over. So we're going to select these four, and we're going to do G, hold Control and snap it here. I'm actually just going to bring it over more. So we're going to do G, hold Control, snap it here. Then we're just going to move it over slightly so we can see this vertex. Select this one, shift select this one, Alt M at last. We want to select this one, shift select this one, Alt M at last. Now we want to Alt right click. Again, we want to deselect the outside vertices on both sides. Once that's done, you can do Shift and Q to do bridge edge loops, or you can go to Mesh, Edges, Bridge Edge Loops right here. Then we're going to switch to Edge Select. Select this edge, press F to fill in that area that was right there. And then go to the other side, select this edge, press F to fill in that edge, or that face right there. So now we have the separation in between these two. The only thing left to do is to clean this up a bit. I'm going to get rid of all these extra lines that are here, and I'm also going to merge these down. So I'm going to select this one, shift select this one, Alt M at last. Do the same here. Then we're going to take these four and do Alt M at center, and then take these four, Shift R to repeat, these four, Shift R to repeat, and just continue that all the way till the end. And actually on this one you're going to take these two and then this one last, Alt M at last, and then take these two, Alt M at center. This vertex we don't need, so select it, press delete, and choose vertices. So now we've cleaned it up a bit. It still looks fine, so this is good. If you want to, you can save it. Next we're going to fill in this area, so we're going to make sure we're in edit mode. Do Alt-H to unhide everything, A to deselect. We're going to do Alt-right click to get this whole loop of edges. We actually want to deselect these right here, so we're going to do C for circle select, middle mouse deselect, and then we're going to press F to make a face here. Again, what we're going to want to do is do some merging in this area so we don't have to continue all these along. So we're going to take these two to start out. We're going to press J to join, select those two, J to join, and then we can merge this one down by selecting it, shift selecting, Alt M at last. These here, we can do something similar. We can just get rid of them. We can select these two, then this one, Alt M at last, and then select these two and this one, Alt M at last. You will see some shading problems, but you won't have to worry about this for long. We'll fix this pretty soon. In order to fix it, what we can do is do Control R, left click, and bring this over. There's going to be a panel gap here anyway, as you can kind of see in the picture here. And you can see it on the other, well, maybe you can't see it as well on this bus, but there is a gap at that point anyway, so we're going to need edge loops here either way. And then from this point, we can just do K for the knife cut tool, left click here, and then press C to make a straight line, go all the way to the bottom, left click, and then press enter. And now we have a nice edge loop there. The only thing we're going to have to do is zoom in here, select all of these, do Alt M at center, and that will merge those at the center. This shading will be fixed when we do the insets and things, so we don't have to worry about that. Although this vertex actually needs to be connected over to here, I believe. So we're going to select this vertex, shift select this one, do J to join, and we can even merge this down. So we can select this, shift select that, Alt M at last. So we have one less vertex to deal with there. And then to fill in this hole a bit, we're going to select these two, shift D to duplicate, right click to cancel, E to extrude, right click to cancel, do G, then hold Control, snap to this point, press Z for wireframe, Alt right click on this, do E to extrude, right click to cancel, and then bring it up. And then you're going to want to select this vertex, which is this one right here, and just move it in slightly so it's hiding behind the rest of the bus there, and that will fill in that little hole. It's not a perfect solution. You can still see we have some issues here, but we'll fix those later on. So for now, we're just going to save it. Thank you to our awesome Patreon supporters. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter yourself, head on over to patreon.com/StephenBrooks. Thank you for your support.